Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today I am going to read out you the article on the role of Atheist Center in promoting secularism, an article printed in the souvenir of 7th World Atheist Conference by Atheist Center India. India had a long tradition of secularism. It was not only a cradle of religion but also of progressive thought. Atheists in ancient India, Charvakas and Lokayatas, opposed religious practices. Gautam Buddha and Mahavira propagated tolerance and non-violence and equal respect to all. They opposed superstitions, inhuman practices, and upheld human dignity. The revolutions in religions brought forth by social reformers were within the religious structure. They opposed not only interreligious rivalry between Hindus and Muslims, but also the intersect rivalry within the Hindu religion. Role of social reformers. Social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Rai, who opposed the inhuman custom of sati, championed the secularization of society and positive interference of the state with a view to curb anti-social acts of religion. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, an agnostic, advocated widow remarriages. A number of social reformers of the 19th century who were influenced by Western ideas and education strove incessantly for widow remarriages, spread of education among women, and ban on religious practices, which were not in tune with the progress of society. Mahatma Phule and Maharshi Karve devoted their lives for the promotion of women education, braving the opposition of the orthodox sections of the society. A number of social reformers of Maharashtra, Bengal, and Andhra opposed orthodoxy and championed liberal views and reform. Mahadev Govind Ranade, Pandita Ramabai, Kandukuri Veeresalingam, Keshav Chandrasen, Devendranath Tagore, Ram Vilas Sharda, and many others were heretics in their own times who were in favor of liberalization of religion and secularization of institutions. The advocacy of religious toleration and equal respect to all religions was in itself a progressive step till the advent of independence in India. Religion versus nationalism. The British rule in India, on the one side, brought the country together politically through communications such as railways, post, telegraph, and also by providing a linked language in the form of English. This opened the window to the West and outside world to let the fresh breeze in of secular ideas. But at the same time, the British government followed a policy of divide and rule and encouraged and established separate electorates for Muslims and Sikhs through the constitutional reforms of 1909 and 1919, who ultimately culminated in fanning the communal hatred and Muslim separatism in particular, which resulted finally in the partition of the country into secular India and Muslim Pakistan. Pakistan became Islamic state and India maintained its sanity and continued as a secular state. History bears testimony to the fact that the partition of the country on the basis of religion was untenable as the Muslim Pakistan was further subdivided into Bangladesh. It reveals in unmistakable terms that religion should not be the basis for a state, as common religion alone could not hold the country together. The nationalist movement in India, right from the latter part of the 19th century, drew inspiration from the secular concepts. The Indian National Congress remained a secular organization. In fact, in Indian nationalism, secularism was an important strand. They opposed religious fundamentalism and moves for the partition of the country on religious basis. Mahatma Gandhi considered religion a personal matter and he was for the formation of a secular state. Jawaharlal Nehru was not only a socialist but also a great champion of humanism and secularism. He was a source of inspiration for socialists and other progressive elements in India. Opposition to mention of God in the preamble of Constitution. Even the other nationalist leaders had opted for separation of religion and state as the basis of India in spite of their personal preference for religion. That is why the founding fathers of the Indian Constitution never hesitated to build India on secular foundations. In fact, they defeated the measures to bring any reference to God into the preamble of the Constitution. They opposed and defeated the amendment of Mr. H.V. Kamath to invoke the name of God in the preamble of the Constitution. Opposing the amendment of Sri H.V. Kamath to state the preamble with the words, "In the name of God," great liberal Pandit H.N. Kunjuru said, Such a course of action is inconsistent with the preamble, which promises liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship to everyone. Kunjru further said, "We invoke the name of God, but I may boldly say that while we do so, we are showing a narrow sectarian spirit which is contrary to the spirit of the Constitution." When H.V. Kamath's amendment was defeated with an overwhelming majority, he lamented that it was the darkest day in the annals of Indian history. But in reality, it was the brightest day for the future of India as it took a decisive step to march in the direction of secularism and separation of state and religion. And from here, we shall continue in the next episode. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to this channel Positive Atheism and activate the bell icon. Please download Samaram multi-channel app and watch your favorite channels from your mobile. App available on Google Play Store and subscribe to the channels.